At the Band Council offices in Kanesatake this morning, a chain door and a message. Serge Simon does not speak for the Mohawks of Kanesatake. It went up after Simon's comments about the rail blockades.
I'm simply pleading with the protesters that have you made your point yet? Has the government and the industry understood? I think they did.
Today, a small group of protesters gathered near the Band Council offices. They didn't want to talk about this dispute. They said the important issue is what's happening on Wet'suwet'en land. Simon spent hours with the protesters holding the keys. Then,
I wish to retract my comments yesterday about whether it is time for the blockades to come down. It is not my place to make such judgment.
Some saw it as a good step.
Next time you should talking, you should go into Ottawa. You should
consult with our community members first. Yeah.
One protester says they decided to unlock the doors this afternoon, satisfied the Grand Chief understood their concerns.
And support right across Canada.
Indigenous human rights activist Ellen Gabriel was on the front lines during the Oka crisis here 30 years ago, which centered around an ongoing land dispute. She says the issue with Simon is not what matters now.
In the last 30 years, the Government of Canada has not budged one bit in the status quo of colonization and assimilation. So we need to start talking about what are the short-term solutions and long-term solutions so that we don't have to go on, in these kinds of weather, sitting out in the cold and barricades because the government won't listen to us.
Gabriel says she's been invited to meet with some Wet'suwet'en hereditary chiefs expected to visit Ontario and Quebec in the coming days. She says her community is one example of how long Indigenous land disputes can go unresolved. Alison Northcott, CBC News, Kanesatake.